Power 92. We are #1 in the streets.
All right, it's Power 92. We are #1 in the streets. Your girl, Money Mayha. Guys, in the studio with me, some real Chicago shit. Make some noise for the homie Dave Jeff and Fashion Geek. Yeah, y'all can say what you want. It's, I can edit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Look, thank you.
Welcome to Power 92.
Thank y'all for letting us rock.
How you guys feeling, man?
Feel
All
good.
It feels great to have you guys here.
Thank you.
I feel like every time I watch you guys win, both of y'all, it's like a win for the city.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So how does it feel to be in the positions that you guys are in right now in life? Like,
Humbling.
Right?
It's a blessing, just to be recognized by a major brand.
Man,
It's humbling.
it's been really fun to watch that grow and just to see, what I don't know yet is like the birth of Fashion Geek. So I remember as far back to like the duck logo,
Yeah.
but like no one has ever sat me down and been like, so Mayha, this is how Fashion Geek, this is how I gave birth to it. So tell me about the idea that became a reality.
All right, I was making tees like everybody else. You remember that era where everybody made tees with the images on it?
Absolutely.
The image tee era we had, everybody was doing that. It kind of caught on to everybody, but I knew that was something I can do to make money. But at the same time, I needed to create a brand because everybody got to doing that, and it just took away from it. So I created this character, which is the duck that you just bought up. So
Okay.
you definitely know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was the little duck.
She took it back.
I wanted a duck that was like timeless. It was a character I wanted where it didn't have a color to it. It could just be dope. And at the same time, I wanted a name that people would rock with. You know what I'm saying? So Fashion Geek was just something that popped in my mind. I remember, it's a long story, but I remember how I popped in there and just having both. You got some people that's in love with the name, some people that's in love with the logo. Some people just like both. But I put it out. Dave had a party. I kind of used him. He had a party, a big Nike party.
That's my brother, right?
He didn't even know. And it was a big deal. It was a LeBron shoe release party. I put all my guys in the T-shirt with the duck on it, and it made the Complex magazine.
That's so
And
dope.
it was a big magazine issue because Kanye was on the cover.
On the cover, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was on the cover. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So it was a really, really big deal. And after that, it just kind of took
Took off.
Yeah.
How old is Fashion Geek?
It's anywhere from 15 to 17 years old, just as far as the concept and actually when it was established.
Yeah. That's so dope. Like, what were you doing right before the teas and all of that? Like, what made you take that leap to just kind of put your all into one brand?
Well, I used to come around leaders all the time.
Shout out leaders.
Yeah, that was family.
Yeah.
I would be there for maybe I did 2 years of interning at Leaders, actually. Never got paid, just learning the business. Dave at the time had a store around the corner. You know what I'm saying? The fly store was the flyest thing in the world. You know what I mean? So I just used them both and was like, yo, I'm going to put what they doing together just with my own thing and just kill them all.
So I keep seeing, like, on social media, you're thinking, I know you're on, like, a kind of a promo run almost, and you're thanking people for spreading the word about the movement. So what exactly is the Fashion Geek movement?
It's a Chicago independent brand, you know what I'm saying, that came I really look up to all the cats that's doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying, like the independent wave. I see a lot of rappers on that. I've been preaching that for 10 plus. We've had a lot of situations where I could have partnered and had investors, and that just wasn't my vision. I wanted to build something that I can create jobs for family members. Once we did it, you know what I'm saying, it's taken off now. And what I've been putting, what you just said, every city is, appreciate y'all letting me come in, spread the movement. We independent thinkers, you know what I'm saying? Scratch that because that sound like yay. But we independent, you know what I'm saying? Just coming in and starting something, building it our way, and eventually let a major come in and partner up with what we're doing.
I love that. I love when you have something that's big enough to bring to other people and tell them, this is how I want, this is my vision. Because a lot of times, you need to lean on another brand to help you make a vision or make Fashion Geek what it is today, but
Word.
it's been what it is
Yeah.
way before, I feel like, the Puma thing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been doing our thing. And we was in New York yesterday, and that was a question asked. Like, I was so Chicago that was all I worried about. I'm like, yo, yeah, this is cool, New York, and this is Atlanta, yada, 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 but it's enough people in Chicago to be successful. And we've done that for so long. It's like, now let's get to the world. You know what I'm saying? Chicago know what it is. I'm humble.
Facts.
But we done did some major shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
been really
really
fun.
humble, but some really major things we done did, you know, and now it's like, okay, let's get a world of peace. I got Dave knows, I got 1,000 other things going on, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like is way iller, but this is still brand new to the world. So let's get it.
Who have, I guess, nationally and internationally, who has it surprised you the most to see them rocking Fashion Geek? Like, you're like, oh, damn, I didn't even know you knew about this.
Well, I mean, the first thing was always the biggest thing was when Kanye popped up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get a ton of NBA players and rappers. Like, the best thing to me, even just keeping it real, is I tell people, every artist that's come out of Chicago at some point wore Fashion Geek. That's my illest thing.
That's
you
what's
know what I'm
up.
saying?
Same here.
Every artist.
And Chicago rocks with it so heavy, period, point blank.
Right.
It's one of to me, it's one of the biggest in
Absolutely.
Chicago. And
Definitely.
how do you feel that, like, Chicago fashion, how is it different from everywhere else?
Well, we got so many styles. You got to look at the guy who people don't want to get credit to that is the most influential dude in the world is from Chicago. That's Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So you can say you in Paris or London or New York, whatever. The dude that changed the scope of fashion comes from Chicago, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? And with Chicago, we got so many different styles. And even with the gangs and pimps and boutique owners, there's just so many people that do their thing, but it's all fresh. It's just, we all over the board.
Yeah, I feel like somebody just asked me this question the other day, and they were like, how would you describe your fashion sense? I'm like, it changes all the time.
Worse weather. I got on a hoodie and some shorts right now. You know, you just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, because today decided to be 85 after a cold-ass weekend.
Wednesday is going to be 60 degrees.
You feel me?
We looking at flicks all weekend from other cities. Like, oh, it's cold at the crib. Like, cats is on their fly.
Right.
We wake out,
Yeah,
come
it
out
is.
like,
80 degrees.
come on, man. That's Chicago.
I swear to God, that is
Yeah.
Chicago. So, okay, talk about behind the scenes stuff like branding and the marketing and we see the glamorous stuff.
Yeah.
We see the Puma collabs. We see the complex Kanye dig. Like, we see all of that.
Yeah.
But nobody sees, like, what really goes into, like, branding and marketing and how important those things really are. So can you touch on that?
It's tough. You know, I bet on myself for real, which a lot of people don't. Puma paid, for a couple cities. We made the tour way bigger. You know what I'm saying? I used my own money like, nah, we're going to hit this market. We're going to hit this market. Tomorrow I'm doing a pop-up. Well, Wednesday I'm doing a pop-up in Boston. That's on my dollar. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about investing in myself. I have a horrible patience level when it comes to presenting an idea to anybody because they're going to move at their pace. And I don't work like that at all. You know what I'm saying? My new thing is not even my friends, I don't really let them know what I'm thinking as far as design-wise because I don't want your feedback. Your feedback can tear it down and make me feel like it's not a good idea. And then I'm going to do it.
That's important.
Yeah, it's just that. But it's just really, as cliche as it sounds, it's betting on yourself. If I can buy a pair of Yeezys, it's a flight. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm at with it. It was like, yo, people say they want it, but they don't. If you're willing to put everything you got into you, then it's going to happen. And that's what I do. My brand has never had investors. We've never been to a bank and been like, yo, can we do this, yada, yada, yada. And we 3 doors, 3 stores. We wholesale to other stores. And my Puma bill is a real Puma bill. You know what I'm saying? There's no bank that's like, yo, it's just grind. And
I
that's
feel
just
like
all I'm
that's
about.
so inspirational. Do you want to add to that? Was that I want to add to it?
No. I mean,
Oh.
like, I'm with this man every day, like in building, having my own respectful brand, but also here as part of this Fashion Geek team, part of the Puma thing too. Like, I'm inspired by my brother, as we try to inspire each other, I'm sure. But this man work. This man is like 3, 4 in the morning on the computer, not shopping sometimes too. That's one thing he does a lot. But I'm just saying, like, documentaries and things like this. So like, he'll hit me with it like, man, I seen this on this documentary. I was watching this and this fact came up and this fact came up. I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't know that. It has me going, looking at the documentary back too, but just thinking. So the whole creative thing, I mean, he's a beast. It's his time right now, you know, and everything. And y'all have really no idea. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able, just like you say, the inside, I'm able to do both sides with it. With it, because me and my Puma situation and Zoe's the talent of his influence in the Puma situation right now, but I'm just able to be here. Just like if it wasn't Zoe, I would be here in a different situation.
Absolutely.
But it's just that this is my family. So this is on the road, up and down. Like I just drove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
That's
is like
so
independent
inspiring.
music at its best, but we just doing clothes.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing about being independent is really letting these shorties know, like, yo, you can do it.
You can do it.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about having a clothing brand. You can't explain how you're going to start a clothing brand and expect anybody to give you money, because there's no rules.
Right.
We didn't go the traditional route where we went to fashion school. And this
Came
and that.
out
It
here.
was all trial and error. Right. If I try to show you a T-shirt and you ain't feeling it, I'm gonna know that it's not good based on you saying I ain't feeling it. So my thing was like, yo, I have to create something that people is gonna look at this Nike T-shirt and they're gonna look at this Fashion Geek T-shirt and want to know why this Fashion Geek T-shirt costs more than this Nike T-shirt. And that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? But it's grind, and it's a lot to do with social media because people get to see it. I walk everybody through everything. I've walked you, you know, to walk in a T-shirt spot, to the embroidery shop, to the chenille shop, to 4 in the morning, me cutting out letters by hand, to my Asian lady that does my sewing, you know what I'm saying? To me folding it. Like, we've done all that, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm on something else because it's kind of like the thing to do, and I'm cool with that. I've inspired. Can't nobody in Chicago with a streetwear brand say that I didn't inspire them. They tell me on a regular.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that.
Who was it that inspired you, I guess? Because now we're looking at y'all like, I'm telling you guys, the journey, just watching it on social media alone has been just, it's a lot to take in. You know, we're Chicago kids ourselves. And even Power 92, I'll never forget when this shit happened for me. I was, you know, it takes a lot for us in Chicago. Yeah. So who got you to get your...
Everybody, man. Like, just seeing it. You guys... I've had numerous friends that work with this station.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Numerous friends that work with competitive stations. When I first started, I learned the business from Corey. Corey Gilkey is the toughest dude in the world from Leaders.
Grumpy old man.
That is the toughest man in the world. Yeah. But
Tell
I
me
owe
about
him
it.
everything.
Yeah.
And then I got the marketing and knowing we can do it from Dave, because I'm learning the business from Leaders. But at the time, everything was fly. I'm in Dave's store, couldn't afford Dave tees, but we'd go to Miami, and it's like, damn, you got 20 big names all wearing fly stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you just like, I'm buying 5Xs at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a medium, so it's just like, you know, that's just what we was doing. But just the people that I look up to, Jay Boogie, you know what I'm saying? Like, legends in Chicago that people don't know. Dave will tell you this, I'm really heavy on giving people their credit because they wait till we get older and then we stop talking about them. I just feel like that's disrespectful. I have a problem with that, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
As they get older, I constantly glorify them like, yo, without Boogie, I watch the Brat videos and like, damn, Jay Boogie made all these quotes in the Brat videos.
I think I literally just seen a caption with you talking about him.
I'm huge on that. Like, you can't, even when Dave went through the point where he wasn't as active, I still was like, no, Dave did this. Even Corey being the grumpy dude he is, no Leaders, because I just feel like people don't get they thing. I know personally this is all I want to do, so at 80, if I'm still here, I'll still be doing this, but I just feel like people don't get the credit, and that's just what I've always been motivated by, the people that did it before me, but just added my
and then
twist.
it's just the facts. You just got to do your homework. You know what I'm saying? And that's if you ask me what to tell the youth, do your homework and where this stuff come from. Like, we had to study, you know, and who was that? Boogie just happened to be right there with us, showing us what the sewing machine does, how we can print, how we can do whatever, and then we were just able to imagine those things now ourselves and put it into our own brands. But do the homework. Chicago has a lot of history.
Right. And I feel like that is probably at least one of my favorite processes about building something is not knowing how to even do it. There is no rule book. There is no handbook to this stuff. Y'all didn't go get y'all fashion degree, Right. Y'all just had to like kind of learn along the way.
Gotta kill them. Yeah. Gotta outwork everybody.
That's so dope to me. That kind of grind is dope.
And even as a father, me and Zoe were just talking about this in the car, like me having this conversation with my son. My son was just like, man, Papa, I don't want to work for anybody anymore or whatever like this. What can I do? I'm like, get at it. Get at something that you feel is you, that you would do, as Zoe would say, like even if you wasn't necessarily getting paid, and grind. Like I can't give you, I know what my thing was. This thing of being able to take care of households and pay rents and all this other stuff like this. We ain't just do this.
It's got to be rewarding.
In a year, in 2 days. This has been a 20-year grind. This has been, we've been moving. So to your point, it's not A through Z that I can give Mia, like, boom, this is it. I can give Nate, or that Zoe can give anybody in particular. It's like, you got to get to you, but bet on yourself. Keep it. Know you can do this, because if you don't, ain't nobody else gonna invest in it.
And then I want a ball.
No, I feel that shit. We all do.
I got expensive habits. You know what I'm saying? Like Dave will tell you, like when I'm out, my social media match my life. You know what I'm saying? It's, man, where's the limos and
that's,
first class
that's a
everywhere?
Blessing.
You
That's
know what I'm
dope.
saying? I've been poor.
Right.
So it's like whatever it takes to live a luxe life, that's I'm all in. And I've tasted it. Once I taste it, I'm never going back the other way. So it's like whatever it takes to keep this. And now it's so to let my family experience this. You know what I'm saying?
What are their feelings about this and seeing y'all do just insanely dope things?
You know what Dave will tell you? My demeanor is so laid back that it's kind of scary that people feel like I'm not taking it in. You know what I'm saying? Dave all week. Man, how you feel, bro? He charged.
Like, this is real.
How you feel?
Like, we out here.
I know and my brother and all them, and they get mad at me. I'm like, yo, I'm cool, man. I'm telling them, be cool, man. We all right.
That is definitely the vibe I get. I've never met you, so this is the vibe I get.
Not name dropping anything, but Emery calls. Emery calls. Like, if Emery call him, can't get him, Emery will call me real quick. Like, Pop, y'all good? Pop up. How's everything going? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I say, bro, he in his mood. I said, no, he moving. He happy.
Just
so how you feel? How you feel?
I just don't change. I'm always like this. Like, yo, Nate will tell you I'm the same way every time you see me. Like, I'm excited.
Right.
But I always feel, and I got to practice on this, I always feel like it's more work. And often I don't celebrate the wins.
Yeah.
This is something that I can admit. My family tell me, everybody tell me, I got to really, like, we was just on Fifth Ave. Middle of New York.
I
had a Q&A.
That was
You know what I'm saying? It was a really big deal, man.
Let me interject. I knew he was having fun. It was this dude. We was at the Puma lab on 34th Street.
Okay.
So it was this dude. This dude was like kind of scruffy looking. And so the Foot Locker employees was kind of treating him a little bit. But we knew him, or he knew him from following him from him, and then dude was just giving his story on his social media, like, yo, I'm here, Fashion Geek Zoe, Fashion Geek Al, I'm lit up, and we all lit up here, and he was just doing this, and it seemed funny, but I know he was happy because he was smiling because I got the pictures. But I'm just saying, like, I know that moved him, because him looking like he looked, you wouldn't think like this what it was, but like, dude is a serious dude too. So don't judge a book by its cover. But I'm just saying, I knew he was enjoying himself because we in the Puma lab. The employees is there, dude doing this with him, and then he was just smiling like funny.
Well, it's a double thing with it because I have two, and not to get long into that. Mm-hmm. I have an issue. What I know that's what we face with as being black men. Everything that we're judged instantly by what we look like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I may have on a hoodie and my hood on, but the hoodie may cost $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you judging me. But you don't know. The same situation was with that guy, you know what I'm saying? Because they was judging him based on how he looked.
Oh,
but he was so familiar with everything I've done, I'm like, he has to follow me on social media. So let me that was my slap in their face. Like, no, he's good. Let him behind the rope. You know what I'm saying? Let me get him all the energy.
That's what's up.
People just don't know that I'll be on some other shit.
Right.
That's
was
love.
in
That's
there. He
just what I
damn near
was
said
on.
our government name.
Yeah, like I'm
Damn.
like,
Yeah.
and they was treating him like he,
slow
he walked
Like,
up.
what is that like
Yeah.
to take in? Like, just to, I sometimes still can't handle, like, when people come up to me like, you money man.
Yeah. Oh,
So when
man.
people are giving you your resume, know your government.
Yeah, we in the middle of New York, dudes stop us a few times. Stop, you Zo.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, you gotta be careful how you run up
Right.
on us like this.
Number
you
one,
know what
be
I'm saying?
careful how you run up
But
on
it's
me.
cool.
Yeah, we waiting for the truck to pull up or whatever. Dude kind of walked past us. Like, I'm a big dude. Dude kind of walked past us, walked around me and was like, Zo, what up? What up, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I follow you. I just seen you at in Vegas or whatever. And then the last night we leaving, we just out, just drinking, having fun, walking back to the hotel. Dude, I have on the jacket, and dude's like, Fashion Geek, Zo.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Excuse me. Whatever. So that was funny. This is late night. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope.
But yeah, just Chicago, man. Chicago been supporting since day one.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that. Like going to a club and it's 100 guys and it's 45 in there with Fashion Geek on.
What's y'all circles like today? Like, who do y'all keep around and really?
I'm an introvert. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, I talk to Dave during the day, but I get in this deep zone at night. Like 10 o'clock, I'm shooting to give me some yogurt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get in this deep because it's like the world is quiet. I cut my music on. I got 2 computers on. And I just research, and I'm like, yo, this would be dope. So I'm researching it to death and seeing if somebody did it. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl, BB, hit me at 6 this morning. Yo, check out this Alexander McQueen joint on Soho page. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Dave touched on. I'm deep into fashion. I just look like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, deep.
And just because I do my brand and a lot of other brand management with Pumas, like the Fashion Geeks and other things like that, like, and Dad, and things, my day kind of ended 6, 7, unless there's a check involved.
I feel that.
With it, but that's where where to reach me, in that. But that's the circle. Our circle is us, who we've been with.
Yeah, because I heard you earlier talking about how your ideas you kind of keep to yourself, but I can understand what you meant by that. Like when I tell people my ideas, I feel like their opinion steers my creativity somewhere else, and it's the most irritating thing.
Yeah, of course. Or you'll get a reaction that'll make you feel like, okay, that wasn't a good idea. Mm-hmm. So I flipped it. If I say something and you like it, I think it's a bad idea.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's not far enough because I know where I am. Everything everybody is wearing now is what I was wearing 5 and 7 years ago when it wasn't correct. You know what I'm saying? The whole sweatpant movement and designer this and that, like $2,000 shorts. This was what I was into 7 years ago. So now it's the wave. I just throw some slides on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I feel that.
And that is
chill.
an amazing feeling too. Like me, if y'all know me, if y'all do my history, like I'm a sneaker dude. So I've had my shoes with Nike. I've had a K-Swiss, that whole thing, whatever. But just even to see Nike go through this whole thing now and have the shoes and stuff on the shirt. Well, nobody putting the shoes and stuff on the shirt. I did that in 2003. That box game, the shoe boxes that's on the thing, whatever. I still get paid from that.
Yeah.
My image of that, and it's 10, 12 years later.
How does that make you feel?
Great.
Right?
It's a good thing, but it goes back to the thing of the ideas or whatever. It's like I'm deep on vision. I'm deep on what the vision that was given to me. That's how I'm gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? And you can't steer my vision. Like I'm gonna stand on my vision because you didn't give me the vision. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Not going super deep, but yeah.
I'm currently watching one of my friends go through. He's a fashion designer. He's got his own store. It's a dope brand to me. I'm watching him go through a I want to give up stage. And it frustrates me so much because, my circle is just, I keep a lot of bosses around me. And I see so much potential in him, and it hurts me to see him go through this. I want to give up stage. Okay, no, I got it. I want to give up stage. No, I got it. So right now he wants to close the store down. What advice should I be giving this man? Because it's so tough for me, but I'm not in fashion design, so I don't really know how to approach it, and it sucks to watch. And I'm sure you guys have been in moments in life where, like, you know, I do kind of want to give up, or funds are running low.
Yeah. Well, the first thing he has to do is tap in with himself and see, is this something that he loves? You know what I mean? Because I look at it, I don't have any kids, but it'd be the same thing on a kid messing up or being expensive or just not being what you expected. You can't give up on a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with just a brand. Like, if you have a store and you're in Chicago with fashion with a brand, it's going to be tough, one, because it's becoming slightly oversaturated.
It is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that has to do with us in social media because we made it look a lot easier
than
it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We show them the glam. You're right.
But at the same time, there's a lot of benefits. You know what I'm saying? You can really live wealthy off clothing because of the margin and the markup. He just has to realize if this is something that he would do for free, like I said. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna be able to just stay focused on what we're doing because it's something that you love. Of course, I want the money. You know what I'm saying? But often I don't get the money because I'm more caught up in just the situation, and I'm excited that I got a chance to do it. This is what I want to do. And then I get frustrated later, like, man,
should have got that check.
Man,
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It's a million. He'll tell you it's a good 50 to 100 things that I've done for the city where it was money made on everybody in but me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that because it's just, I'm all about branding. I've been branding the same logo for 15 years that it's hundreds of people that's tattooed on their body. You know what I'm saying? So
Super cool.
he just got to really, really be a person that's like, yo,
It's
this is
tatted
what
on his body too.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
he's
just,
invested, but it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna like push him.
Are you invested because of the rewards? Or are you invested because you feel like you got something that can change the world and you wanna show it through clothing?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a difference, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The word speaks. I'm gonna put on my Deacon Dave hat now.
Do it.
The word just speaks on, like, your passion is your gift is your gift makes room for your passion, or your passion makes room for your gift, and your gift is what was given. And so, you know, your blessings are not just for you, they're for everybody. So to Zoe's point, like, are you doing this like, so I can live this glamorous or be glamorous, or to inspire or to help create things to that? And to Zoe's point, to giving jobs to his family and all those things like that. To my point, like I say to my dad, like, my daughter is fresh. My daughter is fly than a lot of grown folks or whatever, and she loves this. She loves that she can call Zoe and talk to Zoe, call down to her fashion firm, you know, whatever, and have these conversations or whatever, and help me create in these things. In that too, this is what I do it for. We got a for motion so we can keep on doing what we do.
Yeah. That's really cool. I can't wait to go back and just share this with him, because it's been frustrating for me. I'm such a go-getter, so it's been frustrating for me to watch him go through that. But I feel like it's something that everybody goes through.
Yes,
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Every last one of us.
This is
top
not
brands.
Yeah.
Like,
Nike.
even at your highest high,
Yes.
like right now.
Yes. It's
Yes.
still issues that I fight with because, again, I feel like I'm early. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I'd be like, yo, this would be dope. Or Dave would show me something, my brother show me something, they'd be excited. I'm in my mind like, bro, that's whack. But I get it. I understand why it moves you, but I thought of that 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely frustrating. And if you just in Chicago with retail, period, again, it's oversaturated, you know what I mean, as far as independent brands now, and it's so much competition. Again, like I said, you're trying to convince a guy to buy your T-shirt over a Nike T-shirt,
Yeah.
which is dope. I'm sitting in the room now. There's 3 guys in here with brands on that's not considered top brands. You know what I'm saying? Even with my man, the merch. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's dope. But it took a lot to get to that because we were so brainwashed by Adidas, Nike, Puma,
Like
Reebok, like
that's
that.
all, right?
And it's just now it's just a different time.
I almost wore the hat you gave me. You want to know why I didn't wear it either? Like, I'm wearing high-end junkie
See,
today.
that's even for people.
Yeah.
That's another
Right,
brand.
Yes.
That's my girl,
My
Q.
people.
Shout out to
Q.
Q.
Yes,
Shout out
big
to
ups
my
to Q.
My girl.
She doing her thing too.
That's my roadie, talented. My girl.
Man.
Chicago, man. That's my girl, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Chicago.
Q.
You just gonna
Mad.
just do. Everybody is gonna do it differently. Everybody has their own niche in the things they do. Like to Zoe's point too, just before, like it's certain things that come that like I pay attention to the universe and just people, your everyday fans, or if you want to call them that, or people that support you or whatever. But I have so much stuff going on. But then two people would hit me like, yo, I need that I need that angel, man. Why you dropped the angel? Let me get that camel hat,
Oh, my
whatever. So
God.
then that just juiced me right back up, and then so I'll do a whole thing about this, and then shut the space down, and then okay, do a pop up for 2 weeks or whatever, and everything. So it just it keeps it moving.
Absolutely.
Get to even just another thing to tell your homie is you get what you put out. You know what I'm saying? It's imperative and vital that you support all these other brands, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how it circulates. You know what I mean? I didn't have to say Q name in this interview. That's my roadie. I said it on purpose. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
That's what comes back when you put that type
That's
of energy
love.
out. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely
And that's
love.
important. We got to support any event people are
And
doing, anything.
Saying here to him, I'm with this man every day, all day or whatever. If it's 24 hours in a day, I could definitely be doing fly shit. But I know this is how this comes back, because once again, this is my brother, and I believe in him, and this is my friend. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all this comes back. All of this, whatever.
How is that for you? I guess I don't. It's not necessarily putting Fly on the back burner. How does it come together? I guess with Fashion Geek.
I mean, like I say, like this being family.
Yeah.
One, and me, when we were all in the same house, let's say at Jay Boogie's thing at Custom Kings, whatever. This is what we do anyway. If I'm here, he cutting out a patch, I might be cutting out a patch too. If my thing is printing over here, my man Dante is doing his thing, and I mean that's just what we do, and this is just the level it is today. You know what I'm saying? Then the Puma situation is like, no, I have my own situation going on with them. Zoe has his situation going on with them. Like my situation with Puma would be like this in 2021 or whatever too. But no, this is all about fashion. This is, with me, we've said Zoe is Jay-Z right now. You know what I'm saying? So this is the push. If this was an independent label, if this was Def Jam, no, all our dollars, all our energy, all our focus, all our influence is on this. So this goes worldwide, global boom to the moon or whatever like this. And then that just makes room. Okay, we're going to put this flash shit through here.
Yeah.
We're going to put this fashion firm stuff through here. We're going to do all these other things or whatever, because it's stuff that Zoe is doing right now with Puma to where it's hiccups that we're going through, that he's overcoming all the hiccups because of his push, his hustle, the whole nine, whatever. Like, okay, when my joints drop, we might not do that hiccup. Or it's just easy. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it goes. It's just the whole thing. It's not.
It seems like you guys are constantly learning.
Yeah, I'm Dave Jeff, post, pre, fly, post, whatever.
Yes.
I'm me. I'm Dave Jeff.
Absolutely.
Outside of my baby a fly, outside of Zoe's being my brother, whatever. And so we have to be confident in ourselves, and I'm confident in that. My brother's dope. He's cold.
Y'all both dope.
Whatever. And I get that same
Let
love.
me give y'all flowers
I'm
right
just saying,
now.
I get that same love when I walk in the room, so it's not like, oh, well, I'm hidden in the
And I see
and
that.
I'm carrying Zoe's bag. But no shit like that, no.
But if you pay attention and really back on what I said earlier, I'm huge on giving the people
Their credit.
they credit. That was their first. I didn't have to bring up Dave. Jeff name got mentioned to Puma because of Alonzo Jackson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Dave Jeff gets brought up on every interview I do, and I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have. Dave has been in 20 interviews, and I've said Corey Gilkey from Leaders and Dave Jeff. So if you a student, you want to know what these dudes
Facts.
did.
these dudes.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Right.
That's just my way of like keeping the people relevant that's supposed to. But I can just sit there and be like, well, who inspired you? GQ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Facts.
just
Right.
don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
We
hear
gotta
you.
be real, and that's where it comes back around. You know what I'm saying? So it's beneficial. It's a movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, what number collab are you on with Puma now?
This was my.
Because every time I see some new shit, I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
don't slow down.
No, but Papa, you gotta tell them the story. Like Just, I'll let him tell you.
Do it. Go ahead. I asked Nate earlier how much time I got with them. Go ahead.
We chilling. It's the off day.
Right.
What happened was this. My homegirl Shonda, I forgot Shonda's last name. Whatever. She worked for Puma. Puma was struggling 7-8 years ago. She came back to me and was like, yo, I'm the new rep for Puma. Can I seed you some product? Because my social media was always known as like a fashionable social media. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why I had an influence, why I would wear something and it just be evident. The store owners would call me and be like, thank you, man. I just sold that shoe out and I couldn't sell it, whatever the case is. So she was like, yo, can Puma send you some stuff and you wear it? My homegirl, Rashonda's such a dope individual. I'm like, dope, whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the time, we all Nike crazy. Nike is just crushing it. You know what I'm saying? With everything. And I'm a brand ambassador for Nike. So I'm getting all this Nike stuff, wearing it, but still sneaking in the Puma stuff because the Puma stuff was fresh. And I'm always going left, whatever the case is. She set me up with this guy, David Ballin, you know what I'm saying? He finally calls. We stayed in touch, but this took like 7-8 years. He hit me up, was like, yo, I'm finally going to give you a shot. I've been watching you. You know what I'm saying? You ready to rock? Cool. He let me design a shoe. The shoe was dope. When I first got the shoe in the mail, I cried. That was probably the only time that it hit me, and they didn't know because I'm always cool. I ain't let them know. But I'm looking at this joint like, this is incredible. The gray
That's a dope moment.
Yeah, this is the gray shoe, the very first one. Dave flies from Boston from Puma and was like, I think we can do something better. Mind you, I know this shoe is dope. You know what I'm saying? But you playing a role like politics. You don't know.
That gray Evo knit. The
very
very
first one.
The very first
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nate got them. You know what I'm saying? Like you. I'm like, cool. We can do something else. But man, this is dope. So he talking so fast. I said, all right, well, since we over it, can I just post it? And I knew he wasn't supposed to say yeah. But he was like, go ahead. So Tuesday night, we sitting in Bureau Bar. It's a Tuesday night. I post the shoe. I get some likes, but that thing got to like 3,000 likes in 2 minutes. I'm like, we getting the thought numbers. You know what I'm saying? This is real, whatever the case is.
Nakedness at its finest.
He's calling that.
So
That's funny as hell.
Right, so it's starting to really, really go. It's really going. We sitting at Bureau Bar. His mom called him. Hey, I've never asked for nothing in the history of you working with Puma, but I like that. This is the guys from Puma. You know what I'm saying? He's getting all these text messages from the company in Germany, everybody, like, because they all following me. Like, what is that? That is beautiful. That's it. Like, It was just crazy. So it changes the whole conversation. Mind you, because I'm Chicago, this is how I really got them. Okay, this is a Tuesday. I'm like, all right, I run Douce, the brand Douce at the time. All right, let me take these guys to Light on Tuesday. I know the whole Light is my guys, so by the time we get to Light, Sean Mack and everybody stopping them. It's just a zoo. Everybody going crazy.
Yeah.
I get like 6 bottles of Douce, 2 bottles of Ace. So now they whole Puma staff and they're drunk and wasted. Like, you the greatest ever. And
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
back
You're
to
the best
Boston,
thing
like,
that's
this
happened
dude is
to
the
us.
savior of Chicago. Like, this is the illest guy in the world. Give him what he want. And that's what happened. The shoe dropped. Maybe a year later, we had a line in the rain for the shoes. It's never happened.
Oh
with
no!
no
Like
Puma.
I remember when it
space.
dropped, every person who was somebody
Oh, my
in Chicago
God, yo.
had to post it. I
Yo.
remember like
So I'm just saying, just in clarifying, that shoe dropped and it wasn't supposed to drop. That didn't have nothing to do with his collection, nothing or whatever like this. Like the people spoke and it was like, boom. So that was shoe number one.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
shoe
did
number
some
2. Go ahead.
damage.
Shoe number 2.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
never
millions of
forget that.
impressions. So
Right.
now they at the release. And they like, yo, this is crazy. We got a line outside in the rain. The way you built out the space, like, this is incredible. I know how to work them. Yo, we should do the black ones for Black Friday.
Boom.
They shot the email
Like, I
at
need
the
to be on your
release.
team.
I know, because he in his glory. They drinking, he got his girl. You know what I'm saying? He's in the back of the space while the gray is selling out. Yo, place an order for 500 or 2,000 of these black shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, mind you, the shoes that you guys are watching, the first 2 releases, are shoes that's not even supposed to come out. They're not on a Puma calendar. These are just shoes that I keep
what I'm trying to
leaking.
say. That's what I'm trying to
and
say,
I'm making
right.
them put out.
Right. The people spoke.
The people is making them put
love
out.
those
So that's why I said this.
moves.
This
You know
don't
what
even
I'm saying?
have. This is not part of this collection.
Nothing.
It's not part of nothing. This
That's
is,
raw to
nothing.
me.
Because
That's
the people
so raw.
Right.
Right. So we gonna even get deeper. We go to Boston. We create the collection. They show me a shoe. I'm like, that shoe is dope right there. They like, yeah, we cutting that. We don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I design one. The sample come. They let me do the sample. They like, we not gonna do it. This is when Emory Jones jump in. Like, you better start letting this boy do what he want to do.
Hell yeah.
Y'all not getting it. So that's how the blue one drops. You know what I'm saying? To answer your question, this collection is the first official collection.
Okay.
That's
Hey.
now, that just dropped on the 21st.
That's so crazy because everybody
that's
else
the
would
first.
think like you're
Nah.
on your fourth one or
This
something.
is the first collection.
This is
It's
why
just-
I texted him and I was like, I can't wait to pick his
yeah,
brain.
it's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate Nate. Because, see, Nate, I'm like this
Nate is
all
good
the
people,
time.
man.
Like, I'm always, Dave talk. My brothers, I'll be like, yo, you know, because I feel like if you know, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it happened. And this collection last week, as much steam as we've had the last couple years with Puma, is the very first collection.
Wow.
And now I just got all my
That's so
samples
fascinating.
for next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So your first official for real Puma drop. So, I mean, that's insane to me because I'm thinking like we're on our fourth one. Like real talk.
Very
I almost
first.
want to
Look,
scale
my
back.
face, look.
I want to scale back to Complex Con real
Yeah.
quick because, that setup was raw as hell. Was that your vision that because you keep bringing stuff to
Well,
them?
I'll just
So-
add my 2 cents. You know, Emory told me, Emory Jones is a big bro. That's Jay-Z's best friend. That's a brother of mine. He told me, like, yo, you have to give your spin. I don't know if you saw the nip picture that I
Man,
did.
I
That-
was all up in it. Like,
That was the reason behind that is because last Complex Con, me and Nip spoke, and I was just with Nip probably 2 weeks before his demise. He was coming to Complex Con in Chicago. He hadn't been to Chicago in a while. So it was just like a personal thing. Like, I told you, bro, I was bringing you to Complex Con, whatever the case is. And I had this vision with this Nip pick, you know what I'm saying? And it was so dope. It went viral.
it was so dope.
Yeah, even to the point, Dave would tell you, Rock Nation, like, you're not putting that in your store. That's coming in the office.
Yeah, can you when
That's going
it
in the
gets
Rock
fixed?
Nation office.
Can you send it to the office, please? Thank
Oh
you.
my
And I
gosh.
was
And then-
pissed.
That was a big homie call.
Yeah, big homie call. And that's how they do it. These are big homies, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it ain't no asking. They like,
yeah,
what
sit
you do?
down.
They said, what you doing with that pick? I said, yeah, I just left space on my new store. I'm gonna do it, yada, yada, yada. They're like, nah, we
Yeah, can we get that?
we need that in the Rock
Oh
Nation
my
office.
gosh.
Get it fixed,
so-
and then we'll get that.
But yeah, I knew that was gonna be a big deal.
That
was
was-
the vision,
That was insane.
vision we had. You know, for
Man,
Nip.
that was insane.
His brother loved it. Even with the promo video of the next joint, the first collab, that's a Nip song. And his brother, he okayed the song. He loved the video. You know what I'm saying? It's just it be behind the scene wins that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
people don't know that we going through.
Yeah.
It's dope.
That was
No,
yeah.
just to get that sign
just-
made was
Oh.
that was a movie in itself.
Tell me
Yeah.
about it.
That's an official picture. Everybody know who Lenny S is. That's an official Lenny S picture that he took. You know what I'm saying? We have to break it down. It had, if you look at the quotes, I forgot exactly, but it says, see my granny on the jet, some shit I never
Sometimes
forget.
With my Puma
Break
connect.
bread with my Puma connects,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Last song Nip did, you know what I'm saying? Just, national song with the Rowdy joint, had Puma in it, and I just put my colors in the Puma logo, so it tied in everybody. It was just dope. man.
Like everybody had a picture with it by the time they
Everybody.
left
Everybody.
Complex Con. Are
Like
you
it,
kidding
like
me?
It was broken, and they had
Yeah,
to
they kept
fix
breaking it and
They
coming
had
to fix it.
to
Yeah.
come fix it just so it to stay lit.
Yeah.
Y'all the reasons that it's not going in my store. The reason it's supposed to.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you
But it
imagine?
be in the Rock Nation office, signed by Fashion Geek.
Oh,
It's a big deal.
man.
Yeah,
So I guess what's next? Because I know y'all got like a whole bunch of things
Yeah,
going on in
we
your
gotta-
head. Y'all probably working on right now.
Absolutely. Well, the biggest
All-Star.
two of the things
All-Star,
before that,
absolutely.
we got Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
We have a Black Friday release, a sneaker that's dope. I got
Okay.
a collection behind that. But All Star is my first global push. I
Okay.
did the whole All Star shoes and the clothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a really big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's way bigger than
I
what
like
I got.
how you tell it to me. Now that I know you now,
Yeah.
you just like it's big deal.
It's a
Yeah,
really
it's real
big deal. You know what I'm saying? They putting a lot
That's
behind
huge.
that. We're gonna do a lot of build outs, a lot of stuff for the community. a lot of give backs. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We going really, really
That's-
hard.
that's big to me.
Taking over Malcolm X College too.
Let's get it.
Yeah, but
like
before
I did
that,
a reform summit in my space, the Alpha Space
Yeah,
in South
yeah.
Loop. So we're doing a reform summit like on steroids.
Okay.
Like utilizing all our assets. I'm not gonna say like with talent, but Puma has a lot of talent.
Yeah,
Got a lot of,
absolutely.
basketball
Absolutely.
things, whatever. So it'll be pretty big. And the athletic building or whatever. It may or may not be a celebrity game. Like this is stuff that we're working on, whatever. But it's gonna be good though. Like you're gonna see
Yeah.
Puma all day, all style like you've never seen.
yeah, we're gonna take over the town.
I'm excited.
1,000%.
I'm super excited. You
Please.
guys have such a big influence on Chicago fashion culture, Chicago culture, period. I guess I want to know, because I think back to this in my own situation, like what advice would you give younger Dave Jeff and younger Zoe? That I guess you know now, that you're like, dang, I wish I would have known that 15 years ago, I guess, when Fashion Geek started. And
Well,
Well,
Yeah, something to
my
think
answer
about.
Why I know mine. Just don't take anything personally. You know what I'm saying? That would be my thing. I acted off emotion so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, why this dude not getting with me? You know what I'm saying? Why this dude not whatever? Not this dude. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like more so like it wasn't personal. It's so many people doing it, and it's a lot of politics. You know what I'm saying? You
Lots.
may be better, but his best friend may be doing the same thing you doing, and he got to do this, whatever the case is. And it's just not personal. That's my main thing.
yeah, I want some like real ass advice. People be trying to be like, yeah, just stick in there, hang
Nah.
on, it's gonna
Nah,
happen.
I say,
Nah,
like,
give it to me raw. Like,
I'll say the things that have worked that I would continue to stand on today. Like relationships are important. You know what I'm saying? So like that. Keep those relationships. Don't burn the bridges of anything, because like in this industry in all ways, that person who's an intern today, next month could be
Ooh,
like
maybe
man,
signing your check.
head guy and everything like that. So stay humble in all ways of that. Don't be like, cause okay, I sold out these shirts on this Friday or whatever. Like, oh man, I run the world. I'm Versace. I'm this. I'm him. Or her or whatever like that. Like, no, just keep it moving. Stay humble through the whole flick, through the whole move, and keep it. And this is why I know I'm still here today in the relationships. Why I still have whatever influence I have in that, because no, my name is good. Product is good. Business is good. Attitude is good. And we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's I love being able to have witnessed a lot of this myself. Just seeing
you,
it happen for Chicago, especially too. Like a lot of people feel like they can't make it up out of here, and obviously, like everybody in this room is an example of you can. So, social media.
After being on the road for this, there's a lot of places we would love to stay. I mean, just me. I would love to stay
Yeah, no,
sometime, but no, I gotta
I
come
feel
home,
that.
man. I gotta come home.
I feel that
I
completely.
gotta come home.
Yeah.
Still Chicago, the greatest city in the world. After being everywhere.
No, we have fun.
You know what I'm saying? I've had a ball, but I want to go home.
It feels
You know
good
what
to
I'm saying?
come back.
Home is just
Yeah.
real. It's authentic.
I feel
You know what I'm
I
saying?
always feel that way.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
from Chicago?
I am. I'm from over east,
So
like
you
93rd.
you in the middle of it. Yeah.
Easy. I just did a shirt like that. Some new stuff I have for fall too. It's called the Thirds.
Okay.
And so it's the Chicago kids with the thirds. It's 50,
Okay.
53rd, 63rd, 73rd, 93rd,
Okay.
103rd.
I'ma have to
whatever.
cop me
It's
one.
called the Thirds.
Yeah.
93rd,
I'm an
so
east
boom.
side crazy baby.
Yeah, so you get it. You know what it is.
Oh no, I get it.
You know what it is.
Well, I get it. That's why I love having conversations with people like y'all, because people, they don't get to pick my brain. I'm always the one picking everybody else's
Word.
brain.
Right.
So it's just dope to talk to somebody who came from here and is now here
Yeah,
and
let's
has
go.
still remained humble,
Absolutely.
because you don't get a lot of that.
That's the most important thing. And that's what I get from everybody, which is one thing to call yourself something, but when everybody else said it's a lot more.
No.
I get the DM all the time as, oh, you so humble, you so humble.
Can
you
I
so
tell you a
humble,
story,
you so
though?
humble.
Absolutely.
Because the
Absolutely.
funniest shit, I'm just telling you, this is some funny shit. Like, we've seen some funny shit. Like,
I'm sure you have.
so we were in New York one time, like this thing just passed, not this past time, but like for a game changer meeting or whatever, like with Puma, where they
Okay.
bring retailers out and everything. And Emory, this is a story for Emory, but this is funny, but just once again, people saying your name and you feel that in the name thing. I'm sitting there, and so I had been in this restaurant with Emery before on something else. It was me, Emery, and probably somebody else from Puma. So met the owner. It's cool. It's just like this little room behind the bar. We smoke cigars. You can do whatever you want. It's a private bar, whatever. They actually call it the Tata room. That's a whole nother story.
Oh,
but right.
Okay.
But okay, so boom, that's
Y'all
that
hanging
day.
in the Tata
we
room?
come back, and then now everybody's there. It's the game changer thing, whatever. So I run into the owner again. He's like, oh, hey, Dave, how you doing? I shake him up, say, how you doing? He says, anything I can get for you? I was like, man, I could probably use a cigar. So he's like, okay, cool. Takes me to the room. Now, mind you, all the game changer people over here, if you don't know about this room, you don't know about this room. Like, it has this elevator in it. This is where a lot of the talent comes in and everything. So me and him go in this room, just me and the owner. Boom, he clips the cigar. We're in the cigar. So I was like, you want a mild cigar? You want a drink? Okay, boom. So I'm in there smoking the cigar, just sitting on the couch all by myself, right? Smoking the cigar. Boom, boom. 5 minutes later, boom. Emery comes in the room with like the VP, the president of Puma, and somebody else or whatever. And so this I'm saying to those points I point about him saying. So Emery's in his Emeryness, his whole thing, whatever, and he's just telling the dudes like he's talking to dudes on the street. And so I'm just sitting there once again like I'm not even in the room to my cigar. But he's like, yo, if nobody's saying Puma, and Puma's not in the conversation, they're not about the culture. Zoe's a fucking superstar. You know what I'm saying? We got Dave. Dave is the fucking mayor. This, that, whatever. And I'm just, once again, I'm just sitting down. Like I'm not even in the room, but I'm just saying, I'm like, those are some of my moments where I'm like, no, this shit is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My team is real. Like, this is like some stuff I've never seen before. You know, in how, not like Em was coming at him disrespectful, but he in his passion of the thing, but speaking on us and how we've helped moved what we've moved. Like, straight numbers. Puma had their best quarter in company history last quarter.
I believe that too.
In company history.
I believe that too.
You know what I'm saying? And so to be a part of that, the Alexander Johns, the Upscale Vandals, the Emerys, the Jay-Z's, the Fashion Geek Zoes, and all the other cultural partners and the marketing team and the sales team to be a part of this time, you know what I'm saying, in it for that milestone of them having their best quarter in company history, I'm like, love it.
I do want to talk about Surround Sound and Fashion. Everybody behind that is obviously family here at Power 92. And I know, Zoe, you're being awarded the 2019 Trendsetter Award.
Yes.
So deserving. So deserving. So absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes. How does that feel?
That's super dope, man.
Yeah.
Super, like, out the left, wasn't expecting it. Shout out Nate. Like, he made
us to Nate.
I told him, like, man, you made my day when he called me. I'm like, you really just made my day, you know what I'm saying? But it was actually even doper because I was going to work with Nate last year for the show just to present the brand, and I had a break-in my store, you know what I'm saying? So it was just extra dope, man. I appreciate Nate for that and just the whole surround. Like, it's just dope. I'm excited about it, and even I get a lot of calls from people out of town that's coming in for that. So it's going to be really, really big.
I'm excited because each and every year, you know, Nate, you be doing your thing. You really do. And
Kills them.
Man, I feel like you are so deserving of this award as well. So,
Nate, can I have your autograph?
Yes, please.
Nate, before we go, please.
Please.
Can you actually plug your social media?
Can you please sign my Pumas, Nate?
Dave, Jeff, Zoe, I want y'all to plug your socials because people, I'm sure, want to connect with you guys.
At Dave Jeff, DaveJeff.
And mine is just Fashion Geek Zoe. At Fashion Geek Zoe. Real simple. Z-O.
All right, and there it is. Make sure you guys follow them and keep up with this movement. It's so dope for Chicago, and I thank you guys for coming. You guys are family here now, of course. You guys are officially in the building.
And I can honestly say this is the dopest interview I've ever done. So thank you.
I can say that too. Can we get keys to the little gate outside?
You need a key
card.
card.
Can we a little fob?
Whenever you want to pull up.
So we can just pull up, right.
Just like
Word.
that.
And look at that big ass satellite
less.
outside. I ain't never seen that satellite.
Say less. Say less. Dave Jeff, Zoe, make some noise.
Power 92.3 FM.